Doctor, what are your thoughts on Dr. Fauci's legacy at this point?
Which part?
He wrote his own legacy. This is astonishing. On his goodbye note on the National Institutes of Health website, saying, "I'm retiring after all these years." The National Institute for Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID. He mentions all these things, the era of HIV. In his own goodbye note on the NIH website, no mention of COVID or the pandemic or the vaccine.
But this is the man who was up in arms talking about masking up,
Yeah.
social distancing, shutting down businesses. You're not allowed to go to work if you're not vaccinated. You can't watch a
Right.
movie if you're not vaccinated. You can't go to the ballpark or the stadium to watch a football game if you're not vaccinated. And people were losing their jobs. Frontline workers were losing their jobs.
Yes, and he, in his own goodbye summary of his life, he doesn't even mention COVID-19. This should tell you something. And then he publishes a book, and it's called On Call for America. Like, he treated patients. That wasn't Fauci. That was me. I was on Call for America. My phone was ringing morning, noon, at night. I was giving advising on people all over the world. I published the first protocol. I treated thousands of patients. I mean, these are the hardest years of my life. My wife was saying, when is the phone going to stop ringing? Because people were so sick all over. Fauci didn't treat a single person. No one in the White House task force treated a single person. The shortcoming is we went through Trump and Biden. They never invited a single doctor who knew how to treat patients to ever give any advice. And yet we were on TV morning, noon, and night trying to give help. Finally, it became so frustrating. By 2023, we formed the wellness company. I'm the chief scientific officer. You know what we did? We said, forget this. We're making emergency kits. People can buy emergency kits. We're never going to get burned like this. The wellness company is on Call for America now, not Fauci. And, this backstory on this 10-year pardon for Fauci or clemency, the backstory is Fauci approached Biden for the
Pardon.
Why would you ask for a
Fauci-
pardon if you haven't done anything wrong?
And why would you get it preempted pardon dating back 2014?
It covers this important era.
The gain of function.
On the gain of function, the creation of SARS-CoV-2. And in my book, Courage to Face COVID-19, we outline what crimes could Fauci have committed. The first one is clear. I think this one would be clear as day. Fraud. He lied to the country on the origins of SARS-CoV-2. He lied to the country on many aspects of the pandemic. He lied directly to Trump and to Biden. And then the second big one is mass negligent homicide. People's lives were lost because of Fauci through two mechanisms. The first is suppression of treatment. Fauci actively suppressed any hope of early treatment. And then he relentlessly pushed the vaccines. And the vaccines themselves cost lives. They didn't save lives. The vaccines caused people to lose their lives. And Fauci was a part of this. And his being granted clemency, a preemptive 10-year pardon, is prima facie evidence that the COVID-19 pandemic era was an era of corruption, of criminality, and of great harm to the world's population.
It was a money grab by Big Pharma and by these whales. Now, if somebody has had multiple vaccines, are there any sort of, I don't know,
Detox.
some sort of detox or cleanse that they can go through to avoid these spike proteins?
My second major contribution in the pandemic is McCullough Protocol base spike protein detoxification, first published in the Journal of the American Physician and Surgeon in 2023, and then updated in the Springer Nature journal Curious Biomedical Sciences. We have found, and highly credit work by the Japanese, that the spike protein, this protein that's in all of our bodies after the infection and after the vaccine. By the way, 97% of people have had COVID. 97%. We know by USA Facts that 81% of Americans took at least one shot. 70% of Americans took 2 shots. So everybody who's had the infection or the shots or both has this protein in their body to some degree. We do blood testing now to confirm it. But the protocol involves the human enzymes can't seem to break down the spike protein. It's resistant to breakdown. This is a big problem. Any other protein, staphylococcal protein, tetanus toxoid, pneumococcal proteins, we break them down. We can't break down this sucker because it comes from a synthetic genetic code.
Did you enjoy that clip? Click over here to watch the full episode and click over here to subscribe to the WiseNuts podcast YouTube channel.